Warlot, W-L-O-T. The worst leader of all time. That's
Stop
what
it, Rob. Stop it.
And here we go. You know Tom Brady's the LOAT. LeBron now has 2 because he's the FOFOT, finals failure of all time.
All right.
Tom Brady's the LOAT, luckiest of all time. And Kevin Durant is the MASOT, most sensitive of all time.
Who are you?
You the Hibot, the hatingest brother of all time, as your list proves.
Rob Parker.
It is the official Odd Couple ALCS, NLCS, and World Series predictions. But before we
Odd
look
Couple
forward,
is large down low.
that's right.
That's right. At least 9 innings.
Oh my God, I love this show.
I said innings.
Yes
or no? As far as like true leadership, when you saw, I'll give you another example. Here's leadership. In the finals last year, game 1, right? And we know, everybody watching the game knows that J.R. Smith made a mistake. It was a dumb mistake. What did LeBron do? He just crumbled like the game wasn't lost at that point. They didn't win it, and even if they held the ball and missed a shot, there was no guarantee they were going to win. And LeBron rolled into a ball and went to the corner and was like, that was it. Even though there was 5 minutes still to go.
Mr. Parker.
Wait a minute. Wait. LeBron had one of his greatest games ever. 51 points. He was unstoppable. And now to look at the Lakers where they are, and every time it was a bad loss or some bad play, LeBron would shrug his shoulders and put his hands up and look at the other guys like they're the worst in the world. And I wish I'd had Anthony Davis. I'm telling you, Chris Broussard, right here, right now, that LeBron James is the LeWoat. W-L-O-A-T.
First of all, you said LeWoat.
The Warlot.
You said LeWoat.
No, Warlot. W. Thank you. Replay it. Warlot. Yes or no?
I agree with much of what you said. My problem, my main contention with you is saying he's the Warlot. That's all I'm saying. He is not the worst leader. Now, he ain't Martin Luther King. He's not the Martin Luther King of basketball, all right, in that type of leadership. But to say he's the worst leader of all time, I just brought you examples of Kobe's issues. He had Michael's issues. Don't even let me bring up Allen Iverson, who never wanted to practice. I mean, my goodness. Charles Barkley, was he a great leader? I mean, we could go on and on.
There's one other guy on the list ahead of him, but we don't do politics, so I just figured we'll keep it to basketball.
Right. That's a good one. But that's all I'm saying, Rob. I agree. He has said the wrong thing many times.
The body language.
The body language.
Did you see the other day in the game against the last one, Memphis, where he let somebody just run by him, and then he put up his hands like, and I was like, what? Wait, but that was you were supposed to do something. Who are you shrugging
And that's
for?
right. And to have the audacity to, after the game, talk about guys not being ready when he played like that. I get that. Look, I'm just going to give you the mic because you've been ripping on the Steelers all year, and so I know you want to gloat. I know you do.
I do, because, Chris, we do have a microwave take. Can we go back about 5 or 6 weeks? And, Chris, let's do it.
Time to reheat an old hot take that's gone cold.
It's hot on the outside, icicle in the middle.
It's Microwave Take with the Odd Couple.
The worst 11-0 team in NFL history. And if they think they're going to challenge the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC or win a Super Bowl with this team, you can forget about it. This is going to be a regular season Charlie. That's what this will be. And they will go, just like they have in years gone by, under the great Mike Tomlin, and go play a real AFC team and get their clocks clean. There it is. And you know what, Chris Broussard? They got their clocks clean by it. The Pittsburgh Steelers, hello, is this mic on? Are frauds, were frauds all freaking year. They were terrible. They were never competing, Chris, even when they were 11-0. Be honest. Did you ever think they had a chance at going to the Super Bowl from the AFC? None, right? Never. What team is 11-0 to start the year and they're not even included in making a real run? It's because people looked at that team. And I told you, Big Ben, I'd rather have Uncle Ben. I mean, at home, they had lost, the Browns had lost 17 straight in Pittsburgh. Hello? Is that extra ketchup on that hot dog? 17 straight.
You pulling out all your little cliches that we've heard 134 times before.
But it works today. They don't just fit.
Yes
or no?
Here's what he put, Rob, on the caption. Up in smoke tour. What they gonna say now? I know they'll make up another criteria that nobody else has ever had in the history of the game. But guess what, though? Bring it on, please. We will. Heavy is the head that holds the crown, they say. Let's get it. All right, Rob, I'll let you have first at that because I know you chomping at the bit. So go ahead.
No, this is just LeBron's own insecurity and him not being able to just enjoy the moment because deep down he knows it doesn't feel good to him because he hasn't gotten full endorsement from other people, proper credit, respect, whatever word you want to use. So that's why he's lashing out. This is what he does. He did it when he didn't win the Finals MVP.
You sound like a psychiatrist, man.
This is what he does.
All right.
He lashed out when he got trounced in the finals in the MVP voting, right? He what? Oh, it's like that? Oh, okay. Even though a guy on your team had better numbers than you, now you win a championship, you're fourth, and instead of winning gracefully, just let other people shower you with praise about your fourth championship, third with three different franchises or whatever at 35 years old. There's all kinds of stuff people could say. It ain't good enough because deep down you know you haven't gotten what you should have for your accomplishments. And there are people.
Do you think he hasn't?
No, I think that deep down he knows that people don't look at him as the GOAT despite all the stuff that he's accomplished. That's what I'm talking about.
Some people are coming out.
Yeah,
and,
but
obviously Isaiah Thomas, our guy, but, he got a bone to pick with Jordan, too.
You can't – you have to eliminate him from the conversation.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that Isaiah doesn't have basketball knowledge or all that.
But he knows
what
he
has.
And look,
he has an axe to grind. Let other people make those determinations. Chris, you can't. You won't be able to convince people. People watch for themselves. That's the beauty of sports. We could watch the same thing and see something different. We value different things when we watch. It ain't math. Hello, LeBron, is this on? Is this on? It ain't math.
All
2
right.
and 2 is 4. Yes, there's no debate. Sports, there's debate. And everybody has different criteria.
Then I own it in St. John's. So that's my thing. I don't think he's unhireable. I'm not saying I would definitely hire him, but I'd be willing to talk to him and
Chris,
have
you're
pointed
beating around
interview.
the bush. You're beating around
No,
the bush.
I'm not beating around
Yes,
the
you
bush.
are, and I'm going to ask you a pointed question. If Chris Broussard was the athletic director at Michigan State, given his history, I don't want about you being at a Christian university.
No,
I don't want to hear
I
that.
can say.
I'm
First
asking
of all,
you.
gonna hear what
I'm
I say.
asking you. Would you hire Urban Meyer given his track
If I
record?
thought he
yes
was-
or no?
Listen,
Yes
listen.
or no?
First of all, listen.
Yes or no? That's all I want from you. Yes or no?
You don't get to. Will you be quiet?
That's my question. No,
Will
it's
you
not.
be quiet?
That's
Look,
my
man, I'm
question.
serious. I don't.
Yes
look,
or no?
Let me answer. If I felt he was the most qualified for the job out of the people I interviewed,
Yes. That good enough for you?
Yeah,
that clear
I
enough
don't
for you?
believe it. I don't believe it, but
Why
that's
not?
fine if that's your
Why
answer.
not?
Because I don't
Why
believe
would I
it.
say it if I don't
because
believe it?
a lot of stuff, it's easy to say now, but a lot of stuff goes into these
Wait, hold
decisions.
on. Now you calling me a liar?
I didn't say you lied.
You
I'm just
just said
saying.
I'm lying.
I'm telling you that I
Why
think
in
that
the world would I say
think if
yes
you were the
if I don't mean it?
If you were the AD at
I
Michigan
just told
State,
you I would go through the process,
at
and if I
Michigan
felt comfortable with his answers, I could hire him.
it's hard for
What
me to
don't you
believe.
understand?
It's not like going into
Kids,
going
you
into
know what
somebody's
goes on
living
in
room.
college, dude?
Nah,
Wake up.
I'm not buying
You act
that.
like this is-
If that's the
Come
case,
on,
Mel
man.
Tucker would still be the coach. Don't be naive, Chris. If it's just about winning, why is Mel Tucker out? Why is Mel Tucker? Answer that. It's just about winning
answer
game.
that.
It's just about winning game. It's just about money. Mel Tucker is out for cause. Don't
And
be
and
naive.
hold on. No,
Chris Broussard acting like all naive, like you don't understand. It's only
Naive?
about winning.
You the one acting
That means that
naive.
nobody would ever get fired in college. Come
Hold on,
on,
no,
Chris.
look,
I
you-
expect more from you.
You got to let me say something, man. You want to get all emotional. Oh, I'm a yell, not let my co-host talk. Now I got to get up and leave because I can't listen. That's why you're emotional. I'm logical. Mel Tucker could maybe get a job in the future. You yelling about Mel Tucker, you ain't yelling about Rick Pitino. It's all right for him to work. Man, I'm naive. You know what goes on in college, kids? But I'm naive. Stop it, Rob Parker. And ain't nobody lying.